In this video, Steve and I spent some time with Jake Purdy at Stray Dog Strength HQ. Jake is the brand manager here. During our workout, we discussed the brand Stray Dog Strength, its origins, some training advice, product design, and what goes into building a strength and conditioning equipment company from the ground up.
For non-compound lifts, I'm kind of not a fan of like actually putting a number on it. I just kind of like know when I'm
kind of feel it
I
out.
got it. Yeah.
See where you're at. Yeah.
My favorite is like when the kids are like, "How many reps should I do of core?" I'm like, "I don't know, until it hurts."
You're like,
Till you feel it.
A couple more, and then you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
how's this look here, Jake?
Get your elbows higher.
Like,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah. And then the other way to do it is row to here
Yeah.
and then go.
I got you. Here.
That one's harder.
Yeah, that one sucks. My first one here. I like this strap though.
And then the more advanced one, now row it and then press it and then eccentrically lower. 3, 2. Yeah, try that. Do like 3 of those.
Yeah, these are fired up.
Because the idea is like if you try to do that with a single handle,
Yeah.
you'll rotate.
Yeah,
But if
this
you have the second side, it keeps you neutral.
keeps you square.
Yeah, it keeps you squared.
Yeah.
It's a really easy movement to cheat.
So Jake, obviously your dad started
Yeah.
Stray Dog Strength, right? What was his first year? Do you remember? How
I think it was 96.
Okay.
So when he started, it wasn't Stray Dog, it was the equipment guys.
Okay.
And then we sold York, we sold other stuff. We were a dealer. And then in 98, we started Stray Dog.
Okay.
So sometimes we say we started in 96, and sometimes we say we started in 98 because it's kind of confusing.
Sure.
when were you born?
99. I'm 27.
So because you said 2013 was your freshman year of high school?
Yes, sir.
That's when we graduated in 2013.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah, my older brother was born. 3 months later, my dad quit his job and decided to just start chopping equipment. My mom was working at Victoria's Secret, the limited brands at like the headquarters.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
in Grove City. So Grove City's on the southeast or southwest side of Columbus.
Okay.
The West Side Barbell's on the west side of Columbus. So
Okay.
that's kind of how we got connected with them because they were literally like, my dad lived like 10 miles from Louis Simmons.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but the Midwest in terms of
Yeah. Columbus
seriously.
in particular. I mean, you've got Rogue, which is the #1 American manufacturer. They have 1 million square foot of manufacturing space.
Wow.
Then you've got Elite FTS, who I believe is one of the top 3 powerlifting brands in the world, right? And then you've got Stray Dog, we're an up-and-comer. And then you've got Bodycraft. Bodycraft, I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're more of a home gym, treadmill. They're an importer.
Okay.
And then you've got West Side Barbell.
Yep.
And then you've got Bamboo Bar. And
All right here.
the Arnold Classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. All right here.
Yeah. Columbus.
Or like the guy that Rep Fitness, the guy that started Rep, he worked at Rogue and he went to Ohio State. So he's from here too.
And then, so how did you? I think Jared mentioned it before, but how did you get started in the business? You start young, like helping out.
When I was 8, I used to be the bolt boy. I would go to the installs. Yeah, I would fill my left pocket with nuts and my right with washers.
Yeah.
And then I would go and I would just give them to my dad.
Yeah.
I've done installs. I did an install. My first install was in 2009.
Damn.
So I worked from 2009 to 2020. I did labor. And then when I was in college, I started doing our Instagram. I took over the Instagram at 785 followers. And now we're at almost 16,000.
Damn.
Did you study any of that in school?
I have a degree in athletic coaching education, and then I have a minor in strategic social media marketing. So kind of perfect, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good combination for what you guys got going on.
It's funny because when I first started the whole Instagram thing, my dad would be like, "Hey, get off your phone. You need to work. Stop doing that. You get off Instagram. Get off the internet." And then all these people started calling, "Hey, I found you on Instagram. Blah blah blah." And then it's crazy how it works.
You're like, man, I have been working this.
Yeah, it's like I am working,
What I'm
dog.
doing. Well,
Just because I'm not welding doesn't mean I'm not working. You know what I mean? It's like,
You get like the older generation to understand like social media.
well, my dad's thing is
now.
he always says a half day is 12 hours of work, and he means that. I've seen my dad work for 26 hours in a row to finish an install.
Wow.
My brother was working with him at Virginia Military, VMI, and he fell asleep sitting down assembling bolts. Like he sat down, he was so tired, he fell asleep working.
That's how you can tell he loves this shit.
Yeah.
He does. Just talking with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell he loves this shit, man.
How did he started making equipment for Westside Louis Simmons?
No. He started making equipment
But like,
for himself. Like he was like, I'm a lifter. I don't have stuff to lift on. And he also realized that like the incline bench, the half rack, or the incline bench, the flat bench, and the squat rack were all separate machines.
Yeah.
And he was like, that doesn't really flow well.
Yeah.
Because he was telling that story about the benches, having to move them in and out of his college.
Yeah.
So he created basically, was one of the first people to make a half rack. Like we have this flyer that says the rack bench system, and it shows that you can do bench, incline bench, pull-ups, deadlifts, all squat, all the stuff at one station. Because like nobody was even doing it then.
Yeah.
It was like us and Power Lift in 1997, 8 doing it.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
well, I guess then how did he get? He had some sort of relationship with Louis and Westside. How'd that happen? What'd he do?
We were only 10 miles from him, you know what I mean? So it's just like, how many people build weightlifting equipment? Not very many.
Yeah, especially at that time, right?
Yeah, especially in 1990.
Exactly,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
My dad always says like, weightlifting is where the car industry is in 1940. So in 1940, you had all these brands, like, I don't know the names, and they got bought up by GM and Ford and Chevy. And now there's basically 5 or 6 car manufacturers.
Yeah,
that's kind of where weightlifting's at. Like,
Yeah.
it hasn't been consolidated yet. Like, I called Nike coming into the strength game like 3 years ago. I was like, either Nike or Under Armour or Adidas is going to make a rack. It's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see why they wouldn't.
It's a natural progression
You know?
for him too, right?
Yeah, so we're going to go like, since I'm a little bit shorter than you, I mean, it's not too different, but basically we're going to go like right above, like where you would press
Yeah.
90 and then extended.
And what else is on your sleeve? Bicep, tricep, right?
What I've discovered is if you don't like make a noise when you do this, you can't go as hard.
Yeah. That's how you know you're working hard, man.
Talk to the weights.
That's right.
You got to make the lunk alarm go off.
Kind of like these.
This rack isn't bolted down, so if you can press for more than 500 pounds, you'll lift the rack.
Yeah, careful,
Look at
Steve.
Alex's shoulder.
Steve, don't tip it over down there, man.
So it's a pull twist.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, there we go.
yeah.
Here.
Yep. Pull, twist, push. Yep, and then do the others. And then it'll hold itself, yeah. You gotta like,
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
yep. You'll get the flow. Yeah, like last year I connected with probably 50 high school coaches, Will Rattel, Joe Padula, like Cal Dietz, Ben Patrick, like the knees over toes
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
like Jim Seitzer, the bamboo bar, like all these guys. And if you listen, you'll learn a lot of good stuff just from
100%.
talking. This is the third variation.
Okay.
And they've all been in this rack. So originally it was going to be the max rack, which my dad worked on in 1990, and it was going to move front to back and up and down. See that guide rod?
Yeah, I see those.
But we got rid of that because it was going to cost an extra like $1,000. And most people that I showed it to were like, why would I want that? Why wouldn't I just use a barbell? And I'm like, all right, fair.
Fair, right?
I'm like, all right. Maybe I was trying to over-invent the wheel.
Yeah. How often?
Are you up?
Yes.
How often do you come up with ideas and you're like, man, we should do this, we should make this? Like, is that like your addiction?
Yeah, I would say like
Say yeah.
it kind of dominates my brain a little bit, to be honest with you. But I do have to do a lot of like desk work and run the brand and everything. So I would say I only spend 10% of my time designing. My brother is the engineer. The two of us have done 232 products since 2021.
Damn.
But when I say like products, I mean technically like this is a product.
Right.
You know, like they're not all like a big machine. But because I grew up building it and assembling it, like I understand it in a way that I think most people don't look at it.
For sure.
That's what I mean, a unique perspective from just growing up around this stuff. You know what I mean?
You created a Smith machine that's able to do isometrics. I see you post a lot about isometrics. Like, how'd you get into this? Is this like Cal inspired? Like, where this comes from?
So I keep having shoulder issues, and everybody tells me that I need to do long duration isometrics to fix my shoulders, and they're 100% right. I've had 3 shoulder surgeries, and I shoot archery probably like 200 arrows a week, and I destroyed my draw arm like right in here.
Okay.
And after doing all these isos, it's completely gone away. And the other ISO that I really like to do that I think most people don't know about is just right here. So I push in.
Oh, you're okay.
And then I flip my hands, and then I try to external, and then I come up, and then I do the same thing. I push in, and then I push out.
Did someone coach you on this? Or?
Trevor Foreman, he's a protege under Cal at Minnesota.
And then when you say long duration isometric, how long are we talking?
30 to 90 seconds.
Okay.
So an overcoming isometric for strength, you would do a maximal contraction, so as hard as you can, right?
Yep.
You can only do that for like 3 to 8 seconds. People say to do a 12, 15 second overcoming ISO. You can, but you can't do a max intent because your force is going to dissipate. So what I do is instead of going 100% for 10 seconds, I'll do 60 or 70 or lower percent of my full strength for a longer duration. And it's not actually making me like muscular stronger. It's building up I call it a resiliency exercise.
Okay.
Hey, if I were you, I would just go top to the bottom. You know what I mean?
From here?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
why not
yeah.
just do the reverse?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
I did that the other day. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, shit. Yeah. And then hold it in the middle. Hold it in the middle with that hand and pull it. Yeah, then it's easy.
Ah,
Now you're cooking, Rob.
yeah. We're getting it here.
Go up, push it up a little bit. There you go.
Look at that.
So this was the original one. What year was this from? 98.
People didn't like that it would move. They might as well have a barbell.
Some people got it, some people didn't.
What it comes down to.
Process was because I was over here. I can see the idea of isometric. I get that.
Yep.
Okay. One time I owned an isometric rack from York.
Okay.
2 pieces with a C channel there and a space this far apart. And
Okay.
they have 2 pins.
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand that's a legitimate scientific thing. Smith machine, I get that. You want less stability.
Yep. Okay.
And then 3 weights. Dumbbells is ultimate stability. Barbells is step down.
Yep.
You would say Smith machine is the next step down.
Yep.
But that's the idea behind this, because that leg you know, everything's telling you about.
Yep.
Selling it down. But my idea was I was doing front squat.
Okay.
So now down, I could feel myself leaning back, having the sheets forward.
Okay.
Where my idea was if you were able to do that, is because the engineering side, we didn't jump into cost and market share and all that. And I don't care about that. What I care about is it legitimate.
Yeah.
And then it'll work itself in at some point.
Okay.
But if you had, because I also saw a video, you know who Rocky Blyer is? He was a running back who played for the Steelers back in the 70s, and
Okay.
he's probably waiting for you. Your parents were probably back in line. But anyway, it showed him this thing, and that he had back in the 70s, and he was on this machine, but it's independent arm.
Okay. Oh.
So when you press with the Smith machine, you're pressed, but you're.
Yeah.
But if you want like athletics, if you go, okay, your hip, this is 80% stronger, you're 80-20, whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how would you eliminate that?
Yeah.
Well, if you had the degree, just like if you look at when you go and take the urine test and they go, are you hydrated, right?
Yeah.
There's 4 on your car. There's red and there's blue,
Yeah.
hot, cold,
Sure.
freezing, boiling.
Yeah.
And then there's degrees in between.
Yeah.
I see the same thing with the movement of resistance.
That does make sense.
Yeah. No, that's
Continue on the perspective.
Yeah. I'm not sophisticated enough to know the word.
No,
You're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Saying the same thing.
That's what I see with this. Is
Matt needs a translator. Get it out of his head.
you would go to the, and I think there's enough room there to do it because I'm saying your movement only needs to be 4 inches
Yeah.
to 6 inches.
Yeah.
And there's that
The
much.
space is not the issue. It's people wanting it and us investing it.
You know?
This is cutting this, and this would be non-existent.
Yeah.
And then you'd be here, you would go.
Yep.
So we have all these products that have, like, our racks have custom colors.
Okay.
And there's so many options. Technically, every order is custom. And, like, if you order a rack, it'll say Stephen Haggerty on it. And you'll buy it in yellow, blue, and purple, and I'll make it in those colors. So, like, it's all custom made, but they're off-the-shelf products.
Okay.
Where, like, the Cavs wanted a Smith machine attachment. I was like, all right, now I got to make it. So, like, that's custom. They didn't ask for the ISO part. That's where, you know, you want to lean on, like, a guy who thinks about it all day, where I was like, well, I can make it better. Because they currently have an Alico rack with an Alico Smith, and now they want our rack with our Smith because it has more features.
Sure.
I think every rack has like a logo or the name.
Every rack comes, see where it says custom branding? That is included in the price of the rack.
Okay.
So you can make it say PSM or whatever you want included in the price. Like where it says Comet Strong,
Yeah.
that's included, but where it says Stray Dog and then there's the pictures on the sides, that's like the upcharge.
Sure.
But we didn't do the included thing until like 2025. So people used to buy racks from us without a logo. Now we don't sell any rack without a logo. Because, like, why sell the rack without the logo? It's just kind of silly.
I did that.
So getting this set up is easier said than done.
Yeah, but once you get it in there, that's a. Oh yeah. That wasn't 10 seconds, bro. He's cutting it short over here, Jake. Man, what do we do? There's gotta be. That's 10 burpees.
I thought Ginger's had a higher pain tolerance.
Yeah, that's 10 burpees, bro. Oh, matter of fact,
Apparently it takes more anesthesia to knock them out. That's what they say. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
it's in the blood, man.
What do you think about that?
I love this, man.
It's essentially like a fancy tricep rope.
Yeah, and obviously you can change the,
Yeah.
you know, the positioning
width,
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
they
this
make
is
a
sweet.
bigger one that you can go like all the way out to here. If you
Okay. Yeah. No, this is.
Have you ever seen these?
I don't think so.
So you can add weight to the stack.
Oh, it's like a.
It's a
yeah,
pen.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll need that, but depending on what exercise you're doing, I can see it for sure.
Yeah, like double-handed rows.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, is this you guys
bands.
here?
Yeah. So if you do an explosive exercise on a cable machine, the stack floats, right? So as you see, when I go down, it like takes a second to come back down because of like gravity. It holds the weight, right? So if you put these bands on the side of the stack, now you can go fast, and it won't.
Yeah.
So this is like the reason people like Kaiser with the pneumatic resistance, because when you have a weight, the weight, like when you squat on the weight up, there's a second where the bar's actually moving, you're not moving it. Whereas if you're pushing against pneumatic or air compressed resistance, you're always pushing against the weight.
Yeah.
And this kind of is like the poor man's version of that.
Yeah.
It's a $130 attachment.
Okay.
So it's really not very much.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Do you do any, like, do you get specific or specialized with your cross guys you bring in here? So you are some single-sided anti-rotational stuff.
We do a lot of anti-rotational work, and I'll do some of the cable chops, you know, as a rotational, and then I also do the lever arms as a rotational. But honestly, I don't really train them as rotational athletes. I just want them to be strong and fast.
Well, especially at the high school level.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Like, basically, I train them as football players. It's the same aspects. Like I played linebacker and I played defense in lacrosse. Like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Put on some weight, get a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah, you need a combination of power, speed, and bodybuilding so you don't get hurt. Like you need to have shoulders because look, that's what I think people don't think about lacrosse as much. It's like you're getting hit pretty damn
it's a physical
hard.
sport. Yeah, you need some body armor.
Do you guys know why a barbell is 45 pounds?
I do not. Steve, that's something Steve would know.
Oh, I don't know.
Take a guess.
45
Why
pounds.
not 50?
Is it something with the kilos?
Yeah.
With the kilograms?
20 kilograms
Yeah.
is 45.
I can
It's
see
actually
that.
44.8 or something.
Sure.
Our bars are actually 44 pounds because when you add the collars, it makes them 45.
35?
So all of our welds and frames have a lifetime warranty. So if anything ever did break like that, it'd be under warranty.
Sure, yeah.
We've never had anybody break a rack. We have had people break spotter arms. That has
I can
happened.
see that.
Bail like 700-pound back squat.
So how many of your family members are a part of this business? I know you said your mom, obviously your dad, your brother's here.
My older brother, 4 of us are full-time. I have 3 brothers. My number 3 brother does the website,
Okay.
and my number 4 brother is still in college, and he
Yeah.
does labor.
Dude,
So,
to have a full family, I was thinking about that earlier in terms of how your dad probably feels.
yeah.
Just in terms of like the pride that comes with starting a business like this and then to have the
Yeah.
whole family like
Yeah.
be a part of it in one way
I mean,
or
we
another.
went through some really tough times in late 2010s, like 2016 to 2018 were in our best years.
Yeah.
And then Zach, my brother, came on full time in 2020, and it really just our business is it's two different businesses almost.
Yeah.
Well, we still have a lot of the old knowledge if we need to lean onto Matt, but Matt doesn't even work for Stray Dog.
Okay.
Matt owns a company called Gym Pups. It's gym upholstery pad services.
Yeah.
And he makes our upholstery and then he services all the gyms in Columbus.
Shit.
All right, so with your time here, you've probably seen a lot of like fads come and go. Has there been something that's like our machines coming back, our Smith machines coming back? Like what's coming
Right now,
circle?
Smith machines are hot. Smith machines are hot. Everybody's making a Smith machine. It's kind of like keeping up with the Joneses. People ask for it. And like most people aren't coming out with independent Smith machines. They're doing the attachment style,
Okay.
which a lot of the home gym companies have popularized, like that Milo Fitness and the Rep Fitness. And they have done the Smith with the cables and the half rack.
Okay.
Lever arms were a big fad about 4 years ago when we
Yep.
got into it. And that's when we created the Alpha Arm, which actually was already done in 2005, but the company that did it was small and closed and nobody really knew about it. So people thought we were the first to do it. We weren't the first, but
Yeah.
we were the first like sports performance brand to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's definitely been a fad. Machines are seeming to kind of come back a little
Yeah.
bit. Our thing is like, we had this coach at West Liberty. He has 18 racks. So if he can't get at least 6 machines, he'll get 0.
Yeah.
Because if you think about 18 racks, 3 groups of 6, right? So if I can't have one of my groups get through the machines at the same time, it's going to slow me down.
Yeah.
So that's something that we see. A thing now is like the power blocks, especially at the high schools.
Yeah.
It's cheaper and you get more. So like if you buy 3 sets of dumbbells, it's $25,000 and you get 3 pairs of 50s.
Yeah.
If you buy 12 pairs of power blocks, it's probably the same price. You get 12 pairs of 50s. Where yeah, you also don't have the 30s, but like usually the issue is between 30 and 75 or something. Everybody needs the same dang weight.
Yeah.
So it's a big bottleneck in the facility. For
sure.
So we actually are partnered with Power Blocks and we're doing that mount. So that mount can go on the upright or the cross member.
And do you set all that stuff up, like all these connections with other companies and brands? Is that all you?
So I'm the initiator.
Okay.
I'm like the ideas guy. And then my brother and our general manager are more business oriented. So when I talk to people, I don't care about us making profit. I don't care about the lead time. I don't care about all the details. I care, is it good? Do customers want it? Like I set up our conference. So I've got Team Builder, Output, Difference Maker, and Critical Reload sponsoring it. Like I didn't have to like email their main email. Like I pick up the phone and I call Heather. Like
You know the guy.
I know Tom. I know the guys. I know Hewitt from Team Builder. I know.
Yeah.
I've been going to trade shows since I was 4 years old, walking around with my dad.
Yeah.
And so I do really well at trade shows.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I get this crazy energy. Like I literally at the Ohio Football Coaches Show, 2,000 coaches there. They even let me speak at the Strength Summit, like on stage. I think I spoke for like 10 hours out of 13 hours that I was there. There's just people.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because we've been in the same booth since 2002.
Yeah.
The same exact location.
Yeah, sure.
So every year they know that we're going to come and I build a whole rack in this hotel and I've got thousands of coaches that come by.
Yeah.
And it's always funny. The guys across from me always get pissed. They're like, "Can you share?" I'm like, "No." Like, you got to call them over.
It's not my problem. Yeah.
That's my favorite compliment. I was up in Michigan and the guy goes, "Man, you're like trying really hard." I'm like, "Why are you not trying hard? Like you're here
Why are you
working."
here?
Yeah. Like what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I know nothing else. I know I'm all gas, no brakes, or I'm no gas.
And that's a family business, not working for the business. This is
Yeah.
your family's
Yeah.
business.
Well, if I slack off, I'm losing my mom and my dad money. Like
Exactly.
that's not. I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's a difference there.
I can't do that. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, like I love when I can just on Thursdays just like look at Instagram on my phone." I'm like, I can't think like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't get off time.
Yeah.
Or like the guys that I coach with, one's retired and one's a teacher. They want to meet at like 11:30. I'm like, guys, I already give up 3 hours to go to practice. Like, do we have to meet every day?
Yeah.
Like I can't do this.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got this on easy mode because the weights are still touching, so there's not a lot of rattle.
Yeah.
We'll go up and we'll move it to make it harder.
Whoa.
Just eccentric control. Oh yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
You feel that shake though, right?
How much the bar weigh? Do you know?
10.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
it's really-
I don't
not
count it. I literally don't count the bar.
Yeah.
I think it's rated to go to 500 loaded.
Jeez. Like how much you saw it move initially on me didn't I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's
We're
like-
gonna use because if we use the red band and that's doubled up. If we single the red band, the weight will hit the floor.
Okay.
If we single the purple band, the weight won't hit the floor. If we were squatting, we could single the red band, but since we're benching, we can't.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the easiest way to do this is if you could, Steve, you could just hold right here. Adjusting this thing is easier said than done.
All right.
And
So
then
what was
pull that off.
What was the Stray Dog name? How'd that come about? Because you guys were the equipment guys.
Yeah, so we were the equipment guys as the company, and then the brand was Stray Dog, similar to how Coca-Cola is the company, Sprite's the brand, right, or one of the brands.
One all the way. Yeah.
And so we found a dog in a barn in Reynoldsburg, which is a suburb of Columbus, and his name was Alex, and we had the company. And then we decided, my mom was like, well, Stray Dog sounds tough. Let's name it Stray Dog. And we named it Stray Dog after the dog, Alex. He was my
Your mom
childhood
said
dog.
that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He died when I was in 3rd grade. Yeah, but I got to be with Alex for a while.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
gotta
a,
love
it's a
dogs.
sick name too.
Yeah.
What,
Especially
Alex?
for yeah.
We only have like one good photo of him.
Really?
Drives me crazy. So what you
back
do,
to the red.
take the band, double the band,
Okay.
and then grab,
Yep.
and then take one side, stick it through,
Yep.
and then grab,
Gotcha.
and then boom, boom. Doing this by myself is always fun. What I do is I actually go like this,
As you look. Oh, that's smart.
and then let go.
Yeah, that's smart.
And then you gotta be real careful, so I'd rather you
Time
just...
it up.
This is a good way to lose your teeth. So if you go fast on the eccentric, it'll be really hard to control.
I felt that a little bit on the lighter weight.
And then I also sometimes will just shake it,
Yeah.
and then try to hold, and then shake it, and then try to stop it.
Talk about some shoulder work.
Yeah. Bro, it's crazy. Anytime I bench, anytime I just get set up, like dumbbells or barbell, I could be demoing with just a bar, with just an empty bar. As soon as I get in position, I feel it. Didn't feel it with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Like an impingement almost.
That's how I'm worried it is. Like AC joint, like tight trap.
I can fix that.
He knows the guy.
I'm the guy. I can fix that.
Need more of those ISOs, man.
Telling you. Oh, yeah.
Bro, I almost lost that one.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Come on, one more. Come on. Come on. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
I made that look easy.
Bro, it's not heavy. Like,
Yeah, it's just the...
It's controlling it.
and like when I would lose control, I'd just be like, all right, squeeze it.
You should try overhead walking lunges with this.
Oh, shit.
That'll show you if you
neck.
got a core or not.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, stay back there, Jake.
Yeah, that's probably smart. It's going to want you to touch like here. Try to control it to like the normal path. Yeah, this bar's ready for 300 pounds. We've got 90 on there. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's gonna pull you down. It wants to pull you down. Almost start towards your chin, and then it'll work its way naturally. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe like 2 more. So my dad's buddy that lives here, he uses a 75-pound dumbbell, and the dumbbell rotates, so it's even harder, and I can't do it.
Yeah, I bet that's.
I can do 75 pounds worth of plates,
Yeah.
but if I try to do the dumbbell, I don't know if it's like, I just can't do it. It makes me mad.
That has a whole different aspect.
Yeah, and he's like 55, and he's like, I'm out of shape, you suck, Jake. I'm like, ah.
I like that, though.
Bro, it's
All
crazy
right.
because it's not heavy.
Let's see if you can
like-
figure out how to put on the 25.
We're adding it.
Yeah. At least I'm going to add it. If you guys want to take it off, you can. So, like, I just go doubled up and then through. Oh, never mind. That's actually, I think, easier.
No problem at all.
I'm not using this weight.
Fair
You want
enough.
it, go for it.
Yeah, I think you might be able to do it.
Does that add a little stability?
Honestly, I think it's easier. Because it shakes it less.
I was gonna say, well, both of your sets looks.
Yeah, he made it look
down,
easy.
but I'm like, oh yeah, maybe.
This is like one of those circus tricks.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
So you see what I was doing when I was hitting the weight?
Yeah.
So I'm doing like a manual perturbation.
Yeah.
So I had Eric Serrano in here one time, and he had me bench the bar, and he took a red band, and he would just pull the bar away from me, but he wouldn't. He kept yelling at me to not let me move it. Yeah. So he was trying to pull it, and I was trying to resist it while I was benching. No weight on the bar. It was hard.
Bamboo bar or
No, regular old steel.
Saw him down in a dump, hurling almost a chunk into a pickup, bound for the yard.
There you go, Steve. You got it.
Strange, like a wild dog with mange, and there was blood where his veins ran hard. Wading deep through the ground, he found a long copper line, and he jumped up, leaped to the ground.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like this thing, man.
So the idea is, since it's a cloth safety, you can fail, and the bar is not gonna bend. Because if you do this on a steel bar, the bar will bend, and then also, if I hit off center, it doesn't jerk me.
Yeah.
Because if you hit a steel bar off center, you're gonna go like that.
yeah.
Gonna bounce.
Where these are more forgiving, so if you come off center, it's better.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
A little easier to get off your face. Too.
And then down in here is the ISO teeth.
I see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the same as like the cup, but it's built in.
Yeah.
What are these called?
Half rack safety straps.
Yeah.
First ever American made half rack safety strap. A guy in China did it in like 2018, and I saw the video and I was like, why is he doing that? He was doing Olympic weightlifting in an apartment, so he couldn't drop the bar because he would get evicted.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So I saw that idea. I was like, that's a good one.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's sweet.
So when we originally designed this, we had 2 magnets, and I pulled it off, and I had to pull so hard, I hit myself in the face. So then I took
One magnet.
So then I went to 1 magnet, but then it fell off the rack. So then I put these nubs in, so the nubs go inside the hole, and then the magnet actually holds it. So now you can fucking, as long as you don't hit it this
That way.
way, like I've re-racked 495, and I tried to knock it off, and it didn't fall off.
Yeah. Well, I know we talked about it, but the grip on the bench, like our benches, like are pretty slick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like we.
So this is a grabber upholstery.
Yeah.
It's actually the same exact upholstery that Rogue uses. We have the same supplier in
Yeah.
Columbus.
Yeah. You can tell the difference for sure.
Good.
But like really the idea on this is like you could do like rack pulls or something and just drop it and like nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The only issue on these is they're 1 inch wider. This is 4x4 instead of 3x3. So it's wider than that spotter arm.
Okay.
So if you go off, you bump it faster, if that makes sense. But it's like, hey, just be a more proficient lifter. It's kind of like a
better.
technique check. We have like 3,000 high schools.
3,000.
Well, they keep the stuff for 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
So if you do
how it
50,
should be.
if you do 50 to 100 a year,
Adds up.
over 20 years, right? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. And in pro sports, you said Trailblazers.
We've sold a lot of stuff to professional teams. We don't have a single professional team in major league sport that has our rack system.
Okay.
We're currently, our first one, hopefully is going to be the Cavs here.
Okay.
The Guardians, their minor league, the Cleveland Indians Guardians.
Okay.
We did all 4 of their minor league teams.
Okay.
So it's Lake County Captains, Akron Rubber Ducks, Columbus Clippers, and Lynchburg Hillcats, which is somewhere. But like these are the logos.
Yeah, that's cool.
So every layer is a different. Every color is a different layer.
Yeah, yeah. You can
So there's
feel-
one
I
layer
see it.
just for his hands and
Yeah.
his face.
And yeah, you can see it in the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's cool. This guy, Trevor McGill, he's an all-star pitcher for the Brewers.
Okay.
He sent me a photo of him, and he said, hey, can you make me like Michael Jordan, but for baseball? I said, sure, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
There's one layer just for the baseball. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Technique check.
Woo!
There you go. There you go.
That's it. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Bro, and how often do you even bench? You only lift once a week?
Yeah, don't tell my kids that.
Once a week? Oh, you do like jiu-jitsu, don't you?
running.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, we're running a half marathon in a couple weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Indy
we-
Mini.
Yeah, we've been training for that. And
You guys are like my brother that does the website. He's a purple belt or a blue
No,
belt.
that's him. That's
and
not
he
me.
does marathons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty
I
athletic.
started running because of jiu-jitsu.
Okay. Yeah, he did too. He did too.
You're so gassed right away.
Huge shout out to Jake and the whole Stray Dog family. We had a great time hanging out today. They offer some high quality equipment.
If you're in the market for any strength and conditioning equipment, their link to the website is down below.